Hi, welcome to No Facts Needed, and today we're going to be talking about Jamal Adams. Breaking news, he was traded to the Cowboys. Just kidding.
Dude.
Hey, I'm just trying to beat the rush, you know? We already know what's going to happen. It's in the video. Watch it through and you'll figure it out. Okay?
You're so...
Let's jump right into Jamal Adams.
Ooh, yeah.
Jamal Adams.
Fun stuff.
Him and Adam Gase.
Finally just went out and did it.
Finally.
Grew
I mean,
a pair.
they've been whacking around the bushes for...
Beating around the bush?
Yeah, but yeah, they're beating around the bush. You know, Jamal Adams was like, "I hate you, Adam Gase," and Adam Gase was like, "I didn't choose to be your stepdad."
More like the owner, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much
for sure.
But Jamal Adams officially requested a trade.
Yeah,
he released
did it on
teams.
Instagram, pretty much.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why he wants a trade, it's because
he plays for the Jets.
Yeah, and he wants a lot of money, which he deserves because he's probably one of the best safeties in the league, if not the best. Right?
He's up there for sure.
And the Jets said, "No, we don't want to pay you as much as you want."
Why would they?
And actually, some reports have the Jets offering him money, and some reports having Jamal Adams saying they haven't sent in an offer since January.
Yeah.
So there doesn't seem like a lot of back and forth between Jamal Adams and the Jets. And they're kind of at a stalemate right now.
Another thing, remember, so last year during the season, he, I think, I don't know if he said it before the fact or after, but he was like, yeah, they told me they weren't going to trade me, and then later he finds out that his name was being talked about in trades. So I think that's kind of where this all started. And yeah, I saw one report that says he wants to be the highest paid player on the Jets defense, which CJ Mosley makes $17 million per year.
A lot of money.
I don't know exactly what he's looking for, but if that's true, then he wants a lot. Yeah.
There hasn't really been a lot of reports besides that he wants a lot of money. There hasn't really been a number that has come out to what he wants.
But the highest paid safety only makes like 14 a year, so he would shatter it if he got more than Mosley did.
The way I see it from my perspective with Jamal Adams is that he's a linebacker and a safety in one. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Le'Veon Bell wanted to be paid as a wide receiver and running back.
Yeah, he lined up like as an edge rusher a couple times last year. Part of that is because they're horrible.
And he just has to do everything
but
for
part
him.
of that is also he's just really good. Yeah. Him and Derwin James are both just kind of like Swiss Army knives. Like,
a hybrid prototype.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for the modern game.
No, I agree with you. Yeah. So now that you know why, we're going to talk about the teams that he released.
Teams that he likes, apparently.
We're going to go with right down the list. First, the Cowboys. A lot of talk between the Cowboys and Jamal Adams for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Apparently, there were trade talks at the deadline.
Nothing has been
some
happening.
Conflicting reports about if there's anything going on right now.
The Cowboys. The Ravens, which would be...
That would just be unfair.
Yeah, him and Earl Thomas would be scary to play
I don't know
against.
why the Jets would do that in their own conference, but if they did, that would be...
insane.
Yikes.
The Eagles have no secondary. Makes sense for them.
They did get Darius Slay.
But but other than that, they have like nobody because they lost Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah. They don't have anybody.
Well,
back
so
there.
they're moving Jalen Mills from from a slot corner to strong safety.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
no, I know what you mean.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, 49ers. That would be a good place for him to go.
Yeah.
All he would have to do is play secondary. He wouldn't have to play any run defense.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. They have two safeties already. I mean, obviously he's better than both of them, but I don't know how I don't know. Not exactly their biggest need.
So, and then he listed the Seahawks. I don't know I don't really know how I feel about that.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, their defense is all right. It's pretty good. No, it isn't great.
I mean, him and Bobby Wagner on the be insane.
Yeah.
Good luck running like an outside zone on them, but
yeah.
I don't know how realistic that is.
It'd be fun to watch just because it would remind me of the Legion of Boom.
That would be a cool I mean, I feel like that's a good culture to play in. So,
Texans, no idea why he wants to go there.
Texas, pretty much.
Bill O'Brien,
no state tax.
The Bucks. I saw that.
That was the late edition, right?
Yeah, that was the latest edition. But this seems.
It's kind of funny because his list is basically just the top 7 or 8 teams in Super Bowl odds, minus the Saints.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants to play for a good team. Surprise, surprise.
Well, I did see that. Who is their defensive coordinator? He coached at the
Todd Bowles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that he wants to go there because of Todd Bowles. He wants that.
I could see that.
Yeah. And then the Chiefs, which that would be fun to watch.
That would be really fun to watch, but
if the Chiefs,
I would say that's almost there's like slim to no chance.
It'd be scary just because they would have a all right defense now, plus like the best offense in the league.
Yeah,
it'd be unfair.
He would be stepping on the Honey Badger's toes a little bit, but not. In
a, I think they can coexist.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Tyrann already does a lot of that stuff.
Okay, do you want to go through and rank them? I'm gonna go.
How are we ranking them?
I'm gonna go from
like
worst odds to best odds.
Okay.
So I have the Texans, Bucks, and Chiefs as they're not gonna get them. I have the Chiefs and Bucks because they both have
no money.
No money. The Chiefs have $6 million, and the Bucks have about $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have the money to extend.
I feel
them.
like he has just like I mean, it's not a guarantee that the Jets trade him where he wants to go.
All right, so let's go on to teams that have a good chance of making it or getting him, but not like the best. I have the Seahawks, 49ers, and Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks and the 49ers, I think he can fit in their system, but for some reason I just don't see it happening, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so for the Eagles, I think it makes sense on paper.
I don't know what they would give up.
I could see it. I'd say the Eagles probably have the second best odds.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just because the sheer amount of cap space they have, and like Howie Roseman just does not care. He'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing they have going for them, odds-wise, is that they actually make moves. You know, they actually make trades.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, how do you feel about that?
I'd say it's probably even between the Seahawks and the 49ers. Not likely, but possible. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. The Ravens, as cool as that would be, I don't really think that's very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Yeah, especially because, kind of like you said, they already have Earl Thomas.
And they just signed Chuck Clark to an extension.
Yeah.
Which isn't a big deal, really.
And then, we talked about them. Then we got the Cowboys.
Now, the Cowboys are the obvious choice, but that doesn't mean that's what the Cowboys are going to do.
I don't think the Cowboys are going to do it. Like, I think they're the best odds to get them, odd-wise, but I don't think they're going to do it. Does that make sense?
Kind of seems like one of those things that's a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
It makes too much sense.
He's been connected to the Cowboys for so long. Both Jerry and everybody at the Cowboys organizations have said that they want him and that it'd be interesting to get him. And Jamal's come out, liked
Jamal's
photos.
like pretty much just like said, yeah, I would want to play for the Cowboys.
Yeah, without actually having to say it. They have the money. They have 11 million cap space, but they have to sign Dak. And I think that really puts a wrinkle in their plans.
Well, Dak's contract is a $31 million cap hit as of now.
Yeah.
Because it's a tag.
Mm-hmm.
So they can actually get that down.
Mm-hmm.
As weird as that sounds, if they sign him, even if it's more than $31 million.
Yeah. Just backload the contract.
Yeah. And so they have...
They can make it work.
And this is all going to depend on... Jamal is, from what we hear, he's not going to demand a contract ASAP from one of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
But you are going to have to pay him at some point, especially if you're going to give up major assets for him.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys could do it. I think they could for sure. But like we said, I don't necessarily feel like it's a high chance that it actually happens.
I don't see it happening.
Mostly because they tend to kind of just like take secondary players, develop them as much as they can, and let them walk instead of paying them. But
I don't see it happening just because the Cowboys don't do a lot of trades. I mean, I see it happening, but I don't see it happening at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you're a betting man, who'd you say?
If I'm a betting man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding my money. I don't know what's going to happen.
You're not going to bet?
I mean, some people aren't even ruling out that he would sign an extension with the Jets.
If you had to bet between one of these teams or the Jets, who would you pick?
At the time of the season starting? What team is he on, you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'd pick the Jets. Just because I feel like that's the best. I don't know. It's easier than predicting that he's going to go to one team in particular, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like
I was actually going to say...
sports are almost never this cut and dry.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the Jets, too. I was hoping you weren't, so we weren't copying each other, but that's just how I feel. I think this happens a lot. A player's upset. They don't want to sign with that team, but the trade talks come around, and they never happen, you know? Unless you're the Texans, and out of nowhere, you trade DeAndre Hopkins, you know?
That's always, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not on the Texans. He's with the Jets. If I had to pick a team, I think I'd pick the Eagles. You know, just because Howie Roseman, he actually makes moves.
If I had to pick
and
one,
they have a ton
I'd
of
go
movie.
with like the Cowboys, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or like some crazy team like the Browns, like I said.
Yeah. Thanks for watching this YouTube video. Like and subscribe. Comment if you don't agree with this or if you do agree with this. Listen to us on podcasts at No Facts Needed on iTunes or Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And see you guys next time.
Honey in my bank account.
Honey in my bank account.